Welcome back to another exciting battle report brought to you by Gaming Grotz. Today we're going to be playing First Blood, and in this one there is the specific vantage point. So at the start of each battle round, after the players have received their start off round command points, the player taking the second turn must pick one objective on the battlefield to be the vantage point. And so when a player starts their start of round command points, if they control the vantage point, they receive one extra command point. So just an extra command point up for grabs here using the vantage point. There are going to be the 3 objectives going down the middle, and then we are deployed in the 2 opposite corners here. So today we're going to be battling out on the Winter Wasteland again, and we have our 3 objectives, each on one of their own unique ruin terrain pieces. So we'll be getting to battle right over those. It's going to be pretty awesome. And then deploying in the 1 of 2 corners here. Alright, so today we're going to be playing against Mega Gargants versus Kruleboyz. It's going to be more of a little bit of a competitive matchup. These are kind of 2 of our unique competitive lists that Jesse and I both use. So really excited to get into the action and see what we can get into. All right, let's take a look at those armies. All right, today I am playing my Mega Gargants, and my general, as always, is my 1 Gatebreaker model. He's going to be taking the Enchanted Portcullis and is monstrously tough, so he has the 6-up ward and 40 wounds. Also beside him is my other Gatebreaker, taking the Amulet of Destiny. And then I have 2 Warstompers. The one more Kraken Eater looking style one is going to be taking the booklet, or sorry, to Arcane Tome, sorry. So he's going to be a wizard with Flaming Weapon, and then I'm able to actually get out a Mystic Shield, which is really good for Mega Gargants. And then my other Warstomper is just bare bones. But with the 2 bosses of the Stomp battalions, I get those 2 extra relics, so really nice having 3 relics on only 4 models. But that's it for Mega Gargants. Let's take a look at those Kruleboyz.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be bringing back my Kruleboyz to get some vengeance. We've played this matchup quite a bit in the past, but never on film, so I'm excited to see if I can finally take a game off the Gargants with my Kruleboyz. So to start off the list, I've got my Sludge Boss on Sludgeraker. He'll be my Warlord. I've given him the Arcane Tome and Sneaky Miasma and the Warlord trait, or the command traits Supa Sneaky. So Sneaky Miasma lets him basically get a free move if I can cast it off. Also allows him to cast like Mystic Shield if he needs it and stuff like that. My second Sludge Boss has the Mount trait Fast Done, so he can get a free move as well. I have 2 Shamans, both with what is it called? Nasty Hex to remove wards if I have to. Usually just, again, using them to get potions on my Boltboyz, but it's always nice to have that option. Especially versus Gargants. I have 2 units of Boltboyz, so 2 9-mans. It's my favorite thing in all of Age of Sigmar, so I will never leave home without them. My next 2 battle lines are Gut Rippers, and then I also have a unit of Hobgrot Slitters. My battalion is just the 2-drop, so I have the 2 1-drops essentially. And then I'm also playing Big Yeller, so my Boltboyz are battle line as well as my Gut Rippers.
Okay, so after deployment, my Mega Gargants are all deployed, getting ready to charge forward. Kruleboyz all kind of set up, stuck in, matching on 2 different edges here. 1 Sludgeraker, 1 unit of Gut Rippers, 1 Boltboyz, 1 Shaman. And then Jesse has super sneaky his Hobgrots over into the corner here. Not quite on the objective, but just kind of close enough that they could kind of run onto it, but far enough away that this guy can't come running over. Jesse has decided to give me turn 1, so it will be Mega Gargant's turn 1 shortly, but we're going to see those covered in mud rolls because those are pretty important.
4 pluses. So I get 1. I'm just going to pick the unit here near my general.
In the collapsed ruins there is covered in mud, so I cannot see them for the purposes of shooting. All right, we'll get into Mega Gargant's turn 1. Alright, so for turn 1, Mega Gargants in the hero phase. I'm going to be, my battle tactic this turn is going to be aggressive expansion, so holding 2 objectives, not wholly within my deployment, so it's really any of the 2 objectives, but I'm probably going to end up going for the one in the center and then the one on my right side there. For my heroic action, I'm just going to get an extra command point on my general here. He does not get that.
I'm going to go for 1 on my general as well.
Yep. Jesse does get his. And then I'm going to throw a Mystic Shield from my Wizard Mega Gargant onto my Gatebreaker that is not my general. So it goes out with a 6. Jesse's just going to quickly check and see if he's in range. Looking for that one over there.
Just in range there.
Just in range, sure. So looking for a 7 to beat it. He gets a 10, so no Mystic Shield for that Mega. Alright, and then we're going to get into turn 1 movement phase for Mega Gargants. After turn 1 movement for the Mega Gargants, my generals kind of moved up, ready, in range of this objective here. My Warstompers both advance, both making sure they get caught up, make sure holding down the middle really well. Gatebreakers moving up. They have that 12-inch move versus the 10 on the Warstomper, so it helps get them up that table that much farther. And then we're going to go right into some shooting. So both my Gatebreakers are in range of the not covered in mud Boltboy squad, so we're going to try and hit those guys with some rocks. So we're going to do them both at the same time. So hitting on 3s, both hit, and then wounding on 2s. So those both wound. And at -3, we already talked it out. If we even did all-out defense, it would still end up being no save. So that's going to be a flat 8 damage. And kill 4 of those Boltboys, which is very good for me, but not so good for Jesse. Alright. As he picks out 4 lucky contenders. Absolutely not the commander, because you want to keep him around. We're going to get into some charges. So we already kind of done some pre-measuring here. So my general needs an 11-inch charge here, just to kind of clip at the tail end of these guys at the end of the forest there. So we're going to go ahead and roll that guy. So that's an 8. Do I want to use my CP now? Yes, we will try it. So we do need the mighty 11 or 12. Oh, it's a 10.
So close.
So close. But he's not going to get in, but that's okay. And then my other Gatebreaker is going to try and charge into there as well. See what he gets. I think we were looking for like at least like a 10 or 10 plus kind of deal. So that's a 9, and that's going to be a fail.
So, swipe some sweat off my brow.
Kruleboyz can relax for now because Mega Gargants did not make any of their long bomb charges turn 1, but that's okay. We're still in a really good position. I'm in range of all 3 objectives, so even just like one of his unit of 10 can't just simply move on and steal an objective. They have to essentially eliminate a Mega Gargant per objective right now, which is a really good thing for me, especially in the center with 2 of them there. Those guys are counting as 40, so really hard to kind of take those objectives. So hopefully we can keep the Kruleboyz back and off the objectives, and hope he doesn't get a double turn, because that's going to be a lot of Boltboy shots. But we'll be right back and get into Kruleboyz turn 1. Oh, and also before we get into Kruleboyz turn 1, scoring for Mega Gargants this turn, I got my battle tactic for 2 points with aggressive expansion, holding 2 objectives not wholly within my territory, and then I have score 1, score 2 for holding up to 2 objectives, and then a 3rd point for having more objectives, so I will get my full 5 points for this battle round.
Alright, so going into Kruleboyz turn 1, I'm going to be giving a potion to these Boltboys here. The back shaman here is going to be giving a potion to these guys here. I'm also going to try for a rally.
Yep.
So 4, looking for 6s. Oh, almost a couple.
No Boltboys.
No bueno. I'm also going to try for the battle tactic, slay the warlord, actually.
Going for my general.
I've got to roll pretty hot, but there is a chance. There is a chance. And
then hero action?
Yes, hero action, we're actually going to give him Finest Hour.
Finest Hour on that Sludgeraker. I will definitely Finest Hour on my general, though. Hopefully he can withstand all this bolter fire.
Okay, and then I'm also going to be trying to cast the move on him as well.
Yeah, for the extra move?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Gets it with a 7.
Yeah.
I'm going to definitely try and deny, because I think that's the only spell you got. Nope, goes off.
Alrighty. Yeah.
And then going into Kruleboyz turn 1 movement. End of the movement for Kruleboyz turn 1. So the Hobgrots moving over. They actually had to move over here instead of coming around here, because a few things changed when Jesse's guys started moving over in this direction. I got a cheeky 6-inch redeploy with my general, getting them that much farther back and out of the movement range of the move and shoot from the full unit of Kruleboyz. So Jesse decided to kind of switch tactics, with now being a harder charge and the full unit of Boltboys being out of range. He's kind of swung around and is going to change his focus to more of one of the Mega Gargants in the middle. Might end up failing the battle tactic, but with the fact that with the newest FAQ that Mega Gargants give up those additional points as the primary, I guess like hunted
Prime hunter.
prime alphas, I believe it is, or prime hunting targets. I can't remember the exact terminology, but my Gatebreakers are going to give up 2 points themselves, and then the Warstomper gives up an extra victory point as well. So a little bit of help in the sense that if he fails a battle tactic, he's not falling that much more behind just in the battle tactic sense, because he has other ways to kind of make up those points against Mega Gargants now. But going to get into some shooting, so you're going to go with a unit of 5 into the general.
Looking for 5 and 6s. There we go.
Oh, so that's 9, 10, 11 mortal wounds.
2 hits.
And then 2 hits.
And 1.
1 wound.
-1.
-1, but +1 from Finest Hour. He's okay. And then he's going to take, 11 mortal wound saves.
Yeah.
So we'll get that ready. Okay, and then just real quick, those mortal wound saves for my general. So he's going to only stop 1 of those, and he's going to take 10. So he's down to 30 wounds left, thanks to Monstrously Tough. And then the real damage here, coming in from the unit of 9 Boyz, going into my other Gatebreaker.
Got some 5s though.
Got lots of 5s. So is that 5? 5 5 so far, and 2 6s. Oh, a little more.
There we
Definitely
go.
a little more. So yeah, 2, 4, 6, 7. So 14, 17, 20 into my other Gatebreaker, and then nothing fails to win there. Okay, so 20 mortals for him. Just going to do a set of 10 twice. Looking for those 6s. We get no 6s in the first one. And next one, we get 2 6s. So we'll stop 2 of those. He's going to take 18 wounds on my Gatebreaker right on the center there.
Not too bad, Kruleboyz. Not too bad.
Not too bad, right? 28 wounds between the two. Pretty solid. All right, so then we're going to do...
I just got the shooting for the...
All right, Hogwarts get to throw their little crazy grenades.
They can throw them even when they advance, which is cool.
Yeah. Always handy tools to have.
So 2. -1.
3 up. Nope.
Just
Takes
1
more.
damage.
Oops. Oh, yeah. And then 6 up. Oh, stops it.
Nice.
All right, so that's it for shooting. Are there going to be any charges for Kruelboyz this turn?
No, I think I'm better off trying to just hope for the double so I can get another round of shooting before I charge in and use my wall. The biggest downside is I'm really scared if he dies, then I can't actually call the wall. So I really want to make sure I don't lose him, but I do need him to screen my Boyz. So it's a kind of double-edged sword there.
No, absolutely. And then with that, unfortunately, Kruelboyz will get 0 points this turn. That's okay. Like Jesse said, he's kind of really hoping for that double turn, because then I think he can really swing it back in the other direction and get ahead. All right, so I'll get right into that big roll-off. And I get a 6 that cannot lose.
All right, you take it?
I will absolutely take it. I don't want to be shot 2 turns in a row by those nasty Boyz.
Yeah.
And we'll get into Mega Gargants, turn 2. Okay, so for turn 2, hero phase for the Mega Gargants. My battle tactic this turn is going to be Broken Ranks on the injured unit of Boyz. Hopefully I can finish those guys off. For magic, I'm going to be casting Flaming Weapon on himself with the one with Arcane Tome. Gets it with a 7. Definitely get a free try. Nope, so Flaming Weapon, so he's got +1 damage on his Warclans, going into damage 3.
I'm also trying to get a command point on him, actually.
Yep.
For mine. Nope.
And mine is going to be... Right, I thought I already thought about this. So I already used Finest Hour on him. So it will be for a command point on the guy, my Wizard Mega. Nope. Alright, so we get into Mega Gargants, turn 2 movement. Okay, after turn 2 movement phase for the Megas, General's moving up, getting ready to charge into the Hogwarts. If he gets high enough roll, he can get over, but he's still within range if he gets into the Hogwarts to reach over and hit those Boyz. Warstomper coming over to help charge in and support the General. My other Gatebreaker getting ready to kind of decide. He's right in the center there, so he has his choice of pickings, but I think we're going to go for that General of Jesse's. And then my other Warstomper with the Arcane Tome, getting ready to run around and try and get in at those Boyz there.
I did redeploy these guys,
Yeah.
just to kind of make a bigger
Screen off and cut these guys from walking up close and being able to totally encompass those Boyz there. So yeah, we're going to get into shooting phase, and so both my Gatebreakers are going to throw at Jesse's general there. Now I get my +1 to hit here because I think I forgot to mention, but my Fierce Loathing for my Megas today is Bossy Pants and Clever Clogs. So I get +1 to hit if it's a leader or a wizard unit. I really like this on Mega Gargants, especially for throwing the rocks here. The flat 4 damage rocks are really great at character sniping. And against like units like Boyz or the Gut Rippers, I can always use my all-out attack and things like that. So I feel like it's a great balance to help, especially with those character shooting. All right, so 2 Sludgeraker rocks going into Jesse's general there. So hitting on 2s, both hit, and then wounding on 2s. So just the 1 wound -3, straight through for 4 damage. And then we're going to get right into the charges for Mega Gargants. We are going to start with my Warstomper here in the center. So look what he gets. He's going to get a 7. That's going to get him piled right into the center here near Jesse's Boyz. Are you going to use Unleash Hell?
I think I'm going to save it for these guys.
For this one over here for the other Warstomper?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll move that guy after a second here. Then I'm going to do the general. He's going to get a 9. I think that's going to be enough to get him over and into the back, but definitely he'll still get within range. Then my other Gatebreaker. No, I guess, yeah, we'll do the Warstomper there. So he's going to charge. He's going to get a 4, so he's just going to kind of get in there. And we're going to have to probably do some measuring here now that only the Unleash Hell is 6 inches. We'll see what I can try and maybe not make it a full 9 shots in this Unleash, but we'll be right back. Okay, so move the Mega Gargants, finishing some of the charges. So General got over, Warstomper charging in, and then even my Gatebreaker, he only got a 3, did that really quick, and getting into the Gut Rippers, but with Pile-In, he could get closer to the General. And then the Warstomper, just clipping the edge of the Shaman, we measured it. So Jesse's going to get 6 of his Gut Ripper Boyz to Unleash Hell. Unleash Hell. So we're going to see that now.
Lots of 6s.
So that is...
Not too bad.
Not bad at all. Because, yeah, they still keep the potion. So that's 12, 14, 16. Straight through, because that is one of the ones that doesn't have ward save. So that's going to be 16 damage, just essentially half life for a Mega Gargant. Not bad at all. But then we're going to quickly show off some of these wicked War Stomps. So I'm going to start with my General. So he's going to go into the Boyz, 2+, goes off. D6 mortal wounds for 6 mortal wounds. That's 3 of those Boyz. My Warstomper is going to do his into the Gut Rippers. Looking for that 2+. Gets it. Oh, that's 3 6s in a row. 3 mortal wounds into the Gut Rippers. So that's 1.5. My other Gatebreaker 2+. Gets it. D6 for 2 into the other unit of Gut Rippers. And then the Warstomper in the back into the Shaman. Gets it. And D6 mortal wounds for... Oh, I'll reroll that one. For 1 mortal wound. All right. And then we got to do our monstrous actions. So I will Stomp with my General into those 2 Boyz. So he's going to do that on a 2+, does, and D3 mortal wounds for 1 mortal wound into the Boyz.
These ones here?
Yep.
Yep, so he's just got 1 over there.
Yep, and since we're out of the 3 inches, I believe at the start of it, I can't end up Titanic dueling your General there with my Gatebreaker, but that's okay.
I'm going to Titanic duel.
You're going to Titanic duel into my Sludgeraker there. He gets +1 anyways, because you are a leader. So he will roar that Sludgeraker. Yeah, they roar him. So he can't all-out defense. So look for a 3+. Gets it. So that Sludgeraker is roared. And then I don't have any of my other actions available because we've built terrain to destroy, and I can't get the Titanic duel off with my other Gatebreaker there. All right, so getting into, we will be back with Mega Gargants combat phase. Just got to think about which one we want to attack with first. Alright, so I've decided to go with my Wounded Gatebreaker first. Start the combat phase using the command point from Gur to make him operate at top bracket. And then being fighting a leader, he's going to get +1 to hit on his attacks. And then I'm going to use my Triumph because I'm 10 points cheaper my list versus Jesse. So I get the Triumph, and I'm going to be using the +1 to wound now to hopefully make sure I can get rid of this general and stop Jesse from getting a wog off.
I'm going to be using all out defense for my general as
yeah,
well.
Absolutely. That way he will have a save against the Forticrusher Flail. How many wounds left does he have? He took 4 from the rock. They have...
so he's got 10 left.
10 left? All right. So we got 10 left. I think we can get him with the Flail and the Death Grip. And I'll put the Stomps into these Gut Rippers here, because he's definitely close enough for them. Might regret that, but hopefully we don't. All right, so going with the Flail, hitting on 3s because we got the +1. So 3 misses. And then wounding on 2s. So that is 6 saves, -3. So looking for 6s for Jesse. He gets 1, and they are 3 damage each, so that'll be 15 damage. Clubbing Jesse's general over with the big club. So then we don't need to do the Death Grip. And then I get the 2 War Stomps on the Gut Rippers. We'll hit. And wounding on 2s. 1 -2.
Straight through.
Straight through for D3. That's going to be 3. And then so that'll kill 2 because that's the wounded one. Into here, this one here. So get the wounded one and 1 more. And that's going to be it for the Gatebreaker in the center. So we will be into Jesse's choice now. So you're thinking Sludgeraker?
Yeah, I think we're going to go with the Sludgeraker.
Yeah, alright. Alright, so Sludgeraker, everything into the Warstomper.
First weapon, looking for 2s because I used Titanic Duel.
Yep,
2 hits. And looking for 2s.
So 3.
3 at -1 rend.
-1. So 5s. I guess this would have been the one I all out of fact. No, do I even have any more CD? I only got the 1, I think. That's okay. So -1. Stops 1. How much damage?
3 damage each.
3 damage each. So take 6 so far.
We've got the Grasping Talons. So this one will just be a flat 2 damage, or
2 mortals?
3 damage.
3 damage. So
yeah.
9 so far.
And 2s, 3s.
So 3.
And then another 3 at -1.
So 5s.
Ooh.
Whoop, loves that one.
The Bite.
Oh.
Reroll that. Oh, yeah, it finally happened.
So
it'll be D3 plus 3 mortal wounds.
So 4 damage.
So 5 because it was
5 because of the
+1.
extra. Yeah, so that is still 14 damage so far.
And then the tail. So 2 at -2.
2 at -2. And then on 6s. Nope.
And those ones are 2 damage each.
Okay, so 18 damage. That's pretty good against the Warstomper. So then it's going to go into my choice next. And then we're actually going to go with my Warstomper here, but he's going to cheekily move around with his pile-in and get at those Boyz. Okay, so after piling in, that's what my Warstomper ended up. So he's definitely within range at the Boyz there. And then with the... Based on the number of models around him, he gets those extra attacks with his Boulder Club. So he's going to have 7 attacks with his Boulder Club. And all of those are going to go into the Boyz, along with his War Stomps. And then the Death Grip is going to go into the Shaman there. But we're actually going to start and see if he can pick one of these guys up and throw him. So I'm looking for a little over double their wounds. Oh, so no. So no throw. No throw for him. And then we'll get into the War Club. So I'm going to be using all out attack, so hitting on 2s. Oops. He did that. And then hit wounding on 3s.
I'm okay with
so
this.
3 -2. Straight through, but with the +1 damage, that'll be 9 damage. Oof. So that is 3.5 Boyz so far. And then his Stomps, re-rolling 1s because you are infantry. So all hit. And then wounding on 2s. Ooh. So 2 at -2.
Yeah.
And these are D3. So 4 damage, so another 2.
And then one's injured.
And then one's injured. And then Death Grip into the Shaman. Hits because of all out. 2s. Wounds, and that's -3. Guessing that's through the Shaman. For 6 damage. So that'll get him.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, because he also took the one from the Stomp on the way in. So that'd be 7 for him.
Oh, yeah. He only has 6.
Yeah, he has 6. So didn't finish off those Boyz, that's okay. But we got rid of that Shaman, so that helps. Boyz are pretty messed up. And then it'll be Jesse's choice, and Jesse's gonna go with.
I think I'm gonna actually go with. That's tough. I'm gonna go with the Boyz actually.
Go with those 2 there.
Yeah.
So just going into the general, just make sure you get some attacks with them.
No.
No mortals.
No mortals. So they hit on 5s.
Oh, okay.
Looking for the mortals.
That's it for them. I have Warstomper 1 and general. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with my general, so he's just going to pile in and get a little closer to the Sludgeraker. And then, am I crazy to just do Stomps and Death Grip into the Boyz there? And then his club into the Sludgeraker? Let's do that. We'll be crazy about it. So Death Grip and Stomp into the 2 Boyz remaining, and then his flail into the Sludgeraker. So starting with the Stomps, re-rolling ones because they're infantry, so miss, and then doesn't wound. That's not good. And Death Grip misses.
Oh,
no. That's what we get for splitting our attacks and getting really greedy. Because now I'm going to fail that battle tactic unless Jesse fails morale, but he will have a choice because he has the 2 Boyz units at least. One of them might flee for morale.
Mm-hmm.
But, alright. Ouch. So that's going to be 10 attacks then with the flail going into the Sludgeraker. So hitting on 3s because he is a character. And wounding on 3s. So that is going to be straight through for 15 damage.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because it's -3, 3 damage. And those guys only have 14 wounds, so that is a dead Sludgeraker. Alright, and then it is going to be Jesse's choice. He's going to pile in
I guess this guy has, or I guess they've all gone, right, at this point?
No, just this Warstomper hasn't gone.
Okay, so we'll pile into there
Yeah,
then.
you definitely want to go with those gut rippers. So let you pile that in. Alright, so after the gut rippers pile into the Warstomper, that's what it looks like, and let's see what they can do with those spears.
So we got 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds.
And then 1 wound.
1 save, no minus.
No minus.
4. Nope, takes
Hey.
3 more on top of the 18 from your Sludgeraker. It's not bad. Alright, so let's see where the Warstomper wants to go. I guess he is still in range for these guys. We'll just have to double check that. Alright, so measure, he's just ever so slightly in range of those Boyz, so I'm going to get him with the War Stomps into those guys and the Death Grip again, and then the War Club is going to go into the other unit of Gut Rippers here. So starting with the Stomps, finishing those Boyz, rerolling ones because they're infantry, going to 3, and then wounding on 3s. So 2 at -2, go straight through for 5 damage.
Nice.
So that will finish those Boyz. And then we have 10 attacks with the club because he is surrounded. Even with his degrading, he's down a bracket and he would not get his +4 for his war club. He's still got more than 10 enemies around him. So he's definitely going to get 10 attacks with the club going into the gut rippers. Okay, so hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. So that looks like 5 at -2.
Straight through.
So 2 damage each, so just 5 dead gut rippers. Alright. And then you still have Slittas and another unit of Hograts, or of gut rippers. We'll be back after we see the pile-ins. Okay, so after piling in, Gut Ripper's getting close, and the Slitter's piling into the Warstomper. Let's see those Gut Rippers.
Ooh, we got some 6s. So 3 saves and then 3 mortal wounds.
So he takes 5 more total. So that's 25 on him so far. And then I forgot we did the Slitters real quick off camera there. They were able to get 1 more damage on the Warstomper. So bringing him to 22 wounds on the Warstomper. 20, oh what, you just did another 5 there. So there's 25 on him. And then lastly we get the Shaman into my general.
Hey,
oh,
so
6.
D3.
So 3 mortals.
And then no.
So 3 on him. For 6s, nope. And then I forgot the other Gatebreaker. He definitely has his Amulet of Destiny, but he's going to take all those. Alright, so 13 damage on the general so far. I got another dice for that guy. We 25 on this Gatebreaker here. 22 damage on this Warstomper. And then it was 18 damage done on my other Warstomper. So all my Mega Gargants are pretty beat up. But we did do a lot of damage, getting rid of those Sludgerakers, one of the Shamans, and a good chunk of Jesse's Boltboyz. So we will get into Kruleboyz turn 2. I guess we had to do Battle Shock.
Yeah.
We got lots of Battle Shocks.
So I'm going to auto pass them because they do have a leader.
The leader, but then
those guys are pretty much running.
Those Gut Rippers got to run for 2.
Yeah, they're gone.
So they're gone. And then did I kill any of these Gut Rippers? Only 1. So I think on a 6 you'll lose 1?
Yeah, on a 6.
So did we lose another?
No. They're
No,
okay.
they're okay, and then we didn't kill any Slitters. But managed to finish off then those Gut Rippers. And then so for this turn we got our battle tactic with a monster. So 3 points for broken ranks with a monster. And then we still hold all 3 objectives, so we get another 3 points. So it is 11 points for the Mega Gargants to 0 points for the Kruleboyz.
Alright.
So Kruleboyz turn 2. But again, if you start bringing down these Mega Gargants, you can get a lot of bonus points in 1 turn. Alright, so Kruleboyz, Hero Phase, turn 2. So Hero Phase for Kruleboyz, turn 2. What are we going to start with, Jesse?
So we're going to give the Shaman, he's going to cast an Arcane Bolt, and we're going to give him Finest Hour.
Yep.
Alright, so Arcane Bolt.
Gets it with a 6. Going to try and stop that. My Mega stops it with a 7.
Oh. And Battle
uh,
Tactic will be Bring It Down. We're going to be trying to get this one.
Get my Mega there. So
And
I'm
then
going to
Rally on there as well.
rally there. I'll give him Finest Hour to help keep him alive.
Cool.
Let's see that rally for those Boltboyz.
We get 1.
Gets 1 back. That's 2 extra shots, so it's really good.
Yeah. And then do my movement next.
Alright, Kruleboyz movement, turn 2. After the movement phase, Kruleboyz, the Boltboyz just moving into these ruins, getting a nice point blank ready into the Gatebreaker here, trying to finish him off.
See some 6s.
So 2 6s.
So only 2 mortal wounds now.
So 4 mortals so far.
And then
2 saves.
2 saves.
-1.
Yeah.
But +1 from Finest, so 4 ups, and he stops those. So he's going to take 4 mortals, and he has a 6-up amulet. Nope, he's going to take 4 more. So he's got 29 on him, he's got 6 left.
Alright, and then I'm just going to shoot.
The Hobgrotz, point blank, into the Warstomper.
Got an extra one. Oh no, I don't think that works for that. That'll just be a regular hit.
Yep, and then
4s. Yeah.
So 2.
2 at -1.
So 5 up. And he's okay.
Double 6s.
Then charges.
Yeah, well.
I guess no, you want the unleash.
Yeah, we want the unleash, so we're just gonna fight. I guess I'm gonna go with the Gut Rippers first, but I'll do a pylon here.
Sure thing. Alright, so after the Gut Rippers get piled in there, getting a lot more spear attacks this time. Looking for that 6 damage. Can we get 6 6s? No, we got 3.
See if we can do some pitiful spear stabs with no poison. Hey!
3.
Hey.
So 3 of those at 3 ups because they don't have any rent. So it takes 1. So 4 potential. Yep, so he takes 4 more. So he'll be alive with 2 wounds left, unfortunately. Then we're going to go with... we'll go with the Warstomper. Into the Hobgrotz there. So he's going to get his 10 attacks with his Pork Club. Hitting on 3s. Ooh, 9 hits.
Goodbye, Hobgrats.
And only wounding on 3s. We lost a lot of it there.
Okay.
But so that's 8 damage so far.
All right.
And then 4 stomps, re-rolling 1s. Nope, it's only 1 hit. Wounds for D3. And that'll be a 10 right there. So no death grip, so that'll be the Hobgrats gone.
And I'll go with my Shaman.
Shaman into the general.
With finest hour hits.
Yep.
Too.
And
nothing.
All right, and then my general back. 10. Yep. So hitting on 3s because he is a character, and then wounding on 3s, and then that's going to be 12 damage, smashing that shaman right down, and then same for the Gatebreaker. Would have spent the CP, I guess, just for top bracket at the start of the combat phase, in case he did live. So hitting on 4s, because they're not a character. 5 hits and 3s. So that is 9, 12 damage to the Boyz there, or Gut Rippers.
Gut Rippers, yeah.
So killing 6 of them, and then 2 stomps, both hit. And 1 wound's at -2, that's still through.
Yep.
So D3, that's going to kill another Gut Ripper. And then the Death Grip hits, wounds on a 2+ wounds. So that's -3 straight through for 3 damage.
I'll finish him off.
And that will finish off the last of those Gut Rippers. So I think that is going to be the end of it here.
We got to roll the dice at least.
Yeah, we got to see what the turn, see
just
if those
for fun.
Boyz. So turn 3 priority would have still gone to the Megas. And those poor Boyz would have made their valiant last stand on those runes as the 4 Megas come charging in to finish them off. But yeah, really, it may have seemed like it was obviously it was a quicker game, this matchup, but that just really shows the strength of both of these armies. I think the game was really decided on a single die roll, and that was the turn 2 priority roll. Like it really, if you would have gotten the double turn, that 2 rounds of shooting, we saw how you crippled almost over half damage on the 1, and then a 3rd life essentially on my general. With the combined effort of that plus of a Wog charge, you definitely could have cleaned up 2 of those Megas and just ran ahead of it with those extra victory points getting from killing said Megas.
You did really well too of basically spreading out the damage on your gargants to make sure none of them actually fell. You didn't allow me to really just pummel one. You kind of brought them in very strategically, which I think helped you a ton.
Oh yeah, Megas, and again, like Jesse said, they're 3-inch reach on some of those weapons. I was able to reach over here with a really low charge roll around the Shaman. 3-inch reach, especially the Warstompers have 3-inch reach on all of their attacks. The Gatebreakers have 2-inch reach only on their Warstomps, but again, still have a 3-inch reach on their flails. And just with the potential,
makes it really hard to screen them. Yeah,
right? If they can get in, you have to be more than 3 away. And then with Boyz, that potentially can mean if he's too far back, which we saw again today, he was only able to get 6 out of the unit of 9. With that change to per model and 6 inches, it really makes a big difference for Unleash Hell. Which as a Mega player, I love. Obviously, if you're more a shooting variant, you're not liking that rule change as much, but I do think it was something that was necessary because Unleash Hell is very, very strong in this game. But again, saw really, again, the strength of redeploy.
Yep, saved you.
Using redeploy at the right time and getting lucky high roll really can make the difference. It's what kept my general alive today. Turn 1 from getting all of the Boyz shots into him. And with that combined effort, you would have just about killed him, right? You did 20 and then 30. So again, he still would have been alive, but he would have been on his last legs.
What would have been nice is I still had the extra move too, so I could have got in, called the wah, gotten, and kind of ensured his death almost. But that redeploy basically just changed up the whole strategy, which is huge.
Yeah, it was a big game changer today. But thanks again, guys, for watching. As always, make sure to check out Thunder Games and Gifts for any of your used hobby and model needs. Those guys are awesome. They'll absolutely take care of you, and hit them up anytime for any of those used miniatures if you're looking to add something to an already army or starting a new army. with a discount, that is definitely one of the ways you can go about it, and happily promote those guys, and definitely go check those guys out. And as always, thanks again for watching us here, and we'll catch you guys next time with another exciting battle report brought to you